Welcome. We're going to look at some spinal movements. Now, we've been told for decades that we need to stabilize our spine and keep it in that neutral position. If your spine was meant to stay in that neutral position all the time, it would have been built like your femur, which is one solid bone. Your spine is not one solid bone. It is 26 different vertebrae with movable discs in the middle. So let's build some mobility into the spine with some load, with some strength. And all you need to do is start by sitting in a chair. So first movement we're going to do, you're going to sit. I'm just going to turn sideways here. You're going to turn, or you're going to sit straight. You're going to scoot yourself up to the front of your chair. Okay, you can see how there's some space here behind me. Right now I'm sitting in a fairly neutral position. Your spine is meant to flex. What you're going to do is let your pelvis tuck under, round your spine, and look down at your belly button. This is flexion of the spine. There's a good chance that you do this quite a bit unconsciously while we're slouching. 15 minutes of slouching a day, that's okay. But what we want to do is move the spine. So if we're in a flexion of the spine, I want you to take it into extension of the spine. So you're going to tip yourself forward, almost like you're looking over the edge of a building at first, so that your lower back comes to here. And then you're going to lift all the way up through your collarbones. If it's comfortable, you can lift your head and look up. Roll your shoulders back and feel how all of those muscles up through your spine do the work, right? We're going to take it back into flexion. Tailbone tucks, round, look down at your belly button. You might feel a stretch in the back of your neck. Tip yourself forward like you're looking over at your toes, then lift all the way up. You can even lift your chin, hang out right here, extension of the spine, and then come into neutral. Neutral, your positioning is somewhere in the middle. That place in the middle where your body goes, oh yeah, this is pretty comfortable. Okay? Now, that was extension and flexion. Now, by all means, push pause on the video, do it a few times. I only did it twice. We're going to do rotation of the spine. Rotation of the spine, as you've probably done in the past, is turning. So what you're going to do, still sitting up close to the front of my chair, I'm taking my left hand inside my left knee, right hand on the lower ribs. You're going to gently press. You're going to feel where your rotation is, and you're going to turn your head. You're going to breathe. I want both sit bones feeling like they're sitting on the chair, because your body will find a way to compensate, and you'll be like, whee! Okay? Not that. We're nice and tall. You're turning and looking. Then take this left hand to your right hand. Hold that rotation. Breathe, and then come back to center. Again, you can hold that for a little bit longer if you'd like. You can do it a couple times. I'm just showing you one time, but what we're doing, left hand on the lower ribs, right hand on the right inside of the right knee, okay, and do both sides, even if they don't feel equal, because I don't want you walking around in circles, okay? Right hand gently presses, and you'll feel that rotation, not just in your waist, all the way up through your spine. Pressing, the shoulders move, and then you gently turn your head and look to the side. Equal weight through both sit bones. Take this right hand to your left hand, hold the rotation, and then come back to center. When you hold that rotation, the little muscles in between each vertebra, they need to do the work. So you're building some endurance and strength, into those deeper postural muscles. Now there's one more move that your spine does. We did extension, we did flexion, we did rotation, and now laterally bending the spine. So if you sit in your chair, I'm just going to sit back in the chair a little bit. Hands go to the side. Take your right hand, reach it down towards the floor. Not out here. I don't want you reaching this way. I want you reaching straight down. And you can look down. When you're here, I want you to imagine there's a heavy weight. I always imagine there's a heavy kettlebell there, and you can grab it and then lift up. All right? Other side. Left hand reaches straight down. And again, you may notice one side is a little easier than the other side. We're not reaching forward. We're reaching straight down. Hold on to that imaginary heavy weight and lift up. Excellent. Those are the movements of your spine. We want to create some movement in the spine with maybe some load, maybe not, but we want the movement in the spine. When you hold your spine perfectly, we're never perfectly anything, but when you hold your spine with that tension, you actually end up putting compression into your spine. Let it move, okay? When you move, like when you do that lateral bend, your abdominal muscles now have to do some work. So you're not only moving your spine, you're training the abdominal muscles to stabilize any movement that you do. That's a good thing. All right. Any comments, questions, please leave them down below. Either way, enjoy.